everybody, welcome to my channel, and today I'll be showing you how I make my cheddar biscuits. It's an easy recipe that I use with ingredients that you should already have in your kitchen. First, we'll start with 2 cups of flour, one tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, I have here half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I like to add in the cayenne pepper just to give the biscuits an extra kick. I'll also be adding 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. Combine all the ingredients together. And then I'll be adding in 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. Next, I'll be adding in half a cup of butter. Now you want to make sure that the butter is ice cold and not room temperature. This is what makes the biscuits nice and fluffy. Now we're going to mix in the butter with the dry ingredients. You can use a pastry blender for this part. I don't use a pastry blender, I just like to use my hands. It takes a few minutes, but it gets the job done just great. After a few minutes, you should have a nice crumbly texture. Now I'll be adding in 1½ cups of sharp cheddar. Distribute the cheese evenly throughout the flour mixture. And then I'll be adding in 1 cup of whole milk. Now you can add buttermilk if you prefer, but I just like to use regular milk. Now you want to just kind of fold the mixture in together. Make sure everything gets nice and incorporated. You don't want to stir it around too much because then the biscuits will get really tough. Now you'll just spoon the batter onto some parchment paper. I just like to use 2 spoons, but you can also use an ice cream scooper as well. It makes things a bit more easier. You'll bake these in the oven on 450 degrees until they're nice and golden brown, which usually takes about 12 to 15 minutes. Now I have some butter here that I'll be using. I'm going to melt this in the microwave. Once the butter is melted, I'll add in half a teaspoon of dried parsley. You can also add in some garlic powder at this point if you prefer. It's up to you. Give it a good stir. And then you'll brush the mixture on top of the biscuits while they're still nice and hot.